In this video, we're going to use adjustment layers to change this photo from this state of value to this one. I'll begin by hitting W on the keyboard. It's going to take me to the selection tools with the magic wand, the quick select tool, and the object select. We're going to use the quick select. With the quick select, we can adjust the brush size to select the area we want. We'll begin by selecting the background of the sky and the tree line below. I'll make my brush size probably about 125 to 200, and I'll just click across the sky to select it. I'll go down to the tree line. I might drop my brush size a little bit smaller, and I'll select the trees out. Going down to the bottom of the layer window, I'll click on the little black and white circle icon, and I'll introduce levels to change the values. When using adjustment layers, we want to isolate it to a particular area. We must click on the little white box at the bottom of the properties. Going back to my layer window, I can see an adjustment layer has been added. Now, using the properties, it will only affect that selected area. I'll return to the layer window because I want to adjust the values of the foreground as well. Returning to the original photo layer, I'll hit W to get my tool back. I'll go ahead and I'll use the same selection tool. You might find yourself changing the size of the brush to get a more specific and detailed selections of areas you might want. I've selected part of the sneaker I didn't want, so I'm going to hold the Option down, and you'll see that when you do, the minus sign appears inside the tool. And that allows me to brush over the area that I want to remove from this selection. It's helpful to reduce the size of your brush as you start to get areas that require a little bit more detail, such as the lace in this particular instance. And now that I have the sneaker selected, I'll go over to the black and white icon at the bottom of the layer window, and I'll choose levels. And I can adjust the levels for that separately. Now we can also introduce other adjustment layers. So I'm going to put a hue and saturation to change the color of the sky. Going to the layer window, I'll select the levels layer for the actual background. I'm holding down my command key, and I'm going to click on the thumbnail that you see for that adjustment layer. Now if I go down to the black and white circle again and I choose hue and saturation and I lock it down with the box, I can now change the color and isolate the background color alone.